there, Sagittarius, and welcome to Sunshine Intuitive Readings. This is your April 2016 forecast. I hope you enjoy. I just wanted to let you know also that I received some really good feedback about last month's spread, so I'm going to continue with that spread this month using 4 cards symbolic of our 4 key elements, which is air, fire, water, and earth. I'd also invite you to check out your rising sign forecast, as sometimes there's things that will pop out in those forecasts that don't always pop out in your primary sun sign reading. So check that out too. There might be something that resonates with you for the month of April. So with all of that being said, I think it's time to see what is in the forecast for Sagittarius for April 2016. All right, let's take a peek. All right, so we have air, fire, water, and earth. Okay, and my 2 bonus cards. If you know me, you know I like my bonus cards. So these 2 bonus cards are reflective of the overall feeling to the month ahead in April. So we have here Temperance, which is, a beautiful card. It's showing that, things are really starting to get balanced in your life. Things are kind of coming back to that normal state, so to speak. Everybody's busy these days. We all know that. And sometimes, things can kind of get away from you and you just kind of get caught up with all the busy stuff. So what you're going to see this month is you're going to start to see kind of that wave of balance coming into your life and calmness and serenity. The other bonus card that we have here is the Knight of Swords in reverse. So the Knight of Swords, this could be a person. Sagittarius, this could definitely be a person. Even though it's the Knight of Swords and it's depicting a man figure, it could be a male or female. It's not gender specific in my readings. So this is someone coming in with some type of message for you, some type of an event, something new coming in. I think it's going to be a swift message that comes in where you're going to have to take some type of swift action to address it. But I think because you're in this newfound state of balance and serenity, you might not be addressing that as quickly or as promptly as they're expecting you to. That being said, you still will obviously address it. But I think this person will be expecting to have immediate results or immediate feedback from you. So that will kind of be in the background going on this month as well. So if we look at the cards that I pulled here for you, Sagittarius, for April, in the first position of air, which represents your mind, the things that you think about, the things that can sometimes keep you up at night, not always, but sometimes. Just the way you're thinking. And this is all internal. This isn't the thoughts that you're sharing, with others. This is all just inside processing. You have the King of Pentacles here in a reversed position. Now, again, this is a person. You've got a lot of people around you here this month, Sagittarius. This is a person, it's a king, so it's a very solid person on sure footing, solid ground. They have a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. And I think that they're going to be giving you some type of advice this month or sharing their opinions with you. Very calm individual. So I don't see that this is coming forth as a negative message in any kind of way. But I think it's going to be advice that maybe you don't always want to hear, but it's really the good advice. And that's going to be on your mind this month. So somebody might give you, those words of wisdom. I've been there, I've done that. Don't sweat the small stuff. You are going to be thinking about that. And it might not be, necessarily what you were hoping to hear from this individual. But I think deep down inside, that you do have to take that information and process it for what it is and incorporate it into your plans and into your life. So you're going to be thinking about that, processing that information that's coming into you this month. And the position of fire, which represents, I call it the action card. But it's something that gives you passion, something that you find a great deal of interest in. So I see you here, you're looking at all of your successes and you're thinking about, what else is there out there? So I see this month as more of a thinking month for you, Sagittarius, as opposed to really getting out there and getting your feet wet with what you're planning on doing. I think, you're really adopting this sense of balance and not trying to charge through and get everything done, right away, chip chop kind of thing. You're really sitting there and contemplating and planning your next steps and your next actions. And, it makes sense because here, you've got this advice that this individual is giving you. And I think you're trying to incorporate that into, okay, that's very wise advice. Might not have been what I wanted to hear. Maybe it was, maybe you need to slow down a bit. Take things a little bit slower. So you can truly take stock of your accomplishments and look at it from a very grounded perspective as you move forward. So you're going to be doing some thinking, planning your next move. Definitely, I think this is a good decision for you this month, Sagittarius. In the position of water, which represents emotions, that warm, feely, fuzzy card, the heart card, so to speak, you have the Four of Swords, and this is quite interesting in a reversed position. Four of Swords shows someone who is, thinking, they're resting, they're meditating, they're thinking about their next move, so to speak. In a reversed position, I see you feeling almost, I want to go out and do this. I want to get this stuff done. I want to check all those items off my to-do list. But I think you're starting to realize that you have to slow down a bit and take one step at a time, right? Rome wasn't built in a day, kind of thing, right? So I think you're feeling a little bit frustrated that you do have to slow down because, that's not in your nature and you want to kind of charge forward and get everything done and accomplish your goals sooner rather than later, and it's done. But this particular situation at hand for you, Sagittarius, it deserves the thought that you will be giving it in April. And because you give it that time and dedication, you will see it thrive and succeed even further than you had imagined. So I can definitely see that. But this is all very, very good for you, Sagittarius. Everybody needs to take those moments of time out to plan that next move and to strategize where you want to go. In the position of Earth, which represents material items, this, when I say material, people always go automatically to money. When I talk about material, it's not necessarily money. It can be, but it's not necessarily money. It's things that are happening in the present, things that are, people. It could be people that you can touch. It can be things, but it's things that are near you in the moment, today, kind of thing. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card in reversed. So it shows me that, this planning, I feel that I know this is a general reading and it can be in regards to business or personal relationships, but I'm really picking up the vibe here this month, Sagittarius, so that this has to do with business more so than romantic. So here you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is showing, abundance. You've got money coming in. You have it in reverse, so I don't see you actually losing money, Sagittarius, but I think because you're kind of slowing down and thinking and planning, you might not be seeing that big chunk of change coming in that you had planned to do if you were charging full throttle ahead kind of thing. Not to say it's not coming, because, you wouldn't have pulled this card if it wasn't coming or it wasn't very close to being achievable. Okay? So I think, and it all kind of plays into the cards. I mean, it's a very straightforward reading here. You're thinking, you're contemplating on your next move to how to take your business potentially or your idea to that next level so it will truly be successful and thriving. And that is what will generate the additional income here. But again, you have to take that time out to plan and strategize to get to that level of success. So I think you might be feeling a little bit frustrated because, I want this now, it's coming. It's coming, Sagittarius, you know, but again, you have to plan your steps, right? You can't just have well, some people can, but it doesn't often happen that you have an overnight success with zero preparation or zero idea of what you want to achieve. So finally, beautiful, beautiful. So the last card that I pulled is a reflection of where you're going to be ending up the month. And like I said, you know, it's all leading in here. This is a really beautiful reading, Sagittarius. I think you're truly in for a remarkable month this April. You pulled the Ace of Wands and an upright position. So all of this planning that you're doing, and again, you know, this influence up here that we originally talked to might be, you know, somebody saying, you know, you got to go, you got to do it, you got to do it. And you're saying, no, I'm taking time. I'm balanced, serenity. I'm going to do this right. I'm going to maybe go a little bit slower, but I'm going to get everything right the first time rather than have to go back and do everything over again. And then, you know, you're just in a tailspin of mistakes kind of thing. So you're taking the time, you're thinking, you're taking the advice, you're thinking, you're planning your next steps. You might not always really want to do it because you do have that charge ahead personality. Might not see the income coming in throughout the month that you're looking for. However, at the end of the month, you are on the right track. So putting that time in to think and to strategize is truly, truly going to pay off by the end of the month and into May. So fabulous reading, Sagittarius. I really hope you enjoy April. Good luck with all the thinking. And until we talk next time, keep your head up, enjoy the sunshine, and take care.